The Ivory Quill Scriptorium in school, the King's Historian's Tower, 10 stories of polished stone, wyvern and quill signs swinging in the noon heat. I strolled in, stilettos on marble, a black panther in a lounge built for perfume and quiet scandal. Heads turned, conversations died. At the concierge desk, a noble in emerald coat won the right to speak to me. I asked for the royal scribe, he wanted proof. "He's expecting me," I said, and watched him squirm. The polished hall went still as stone, my heels cut through their whispered games. The clerk behind the desk went pale alone, the infamous Shade living up to the name. Then boots on marble measured slow, secure. Thomas at my shoulder, scandal in the air. A fading bruise where I'd struck him at the anchor. One word, come. We rode the lift upstairs, top floor, parchment, ink, and books that climb. The castle courtyard burning through the glass. Above the mantle, hearth unlit this time. A portrait stole the breath I thought I'd passed. Twin thrones, a queen, a king, a baby's gaze. Lavender eyes and hair as white as mine. A red-haired man behind them, young and brave. Forest laughter on his shoulders, out of time. Who asks a ghost to wear a crown? Who calls it duty, mercy, love, or pain? The same bright light that locked me 5 millennia in is not the light I'll bow to for your reign. Not your crown, not your throne, not your debt to pay. Not the promise that you made her yesterday. I walked out of prison, I walk alone tonight, and the dark receives me without asking who I am. Thomas poured plum, brandy, crimson fleck in brown eyes. My mother was a dragon rider, he was her dragon. Not a mount, a team, sniper and spotter in a war the history books never finished writing. He promised her that if something happened to her, he'd teach me everything I needed to know. He chased me for decades, then one day I winked from a screen while he was making coffee. Orders came. Stay out, hands tied, no dragon could intervene. I paced my father's rug, purple and gold, and asked him why he was here. He set the glass down smooth as law and said it. It's time you fulfill your duty and take the crown. Take the crown, he said, take the crown. I laughed until the laughter wasn't sound, till ribs and lungs and reason came unwound, till silence fell like verdicts settling down, till even Thomas didn't know what he had found. I doubled over, then I straightened up. He stepped forward, I waved him off. Don't touch, over my shoulder, thick with venom once. Fuck you and your crown, Thomas, stay away from me. I ripped the door, apprentices fled the hall. The slam rolled through the quill like stored up thunder. I didn't wait, the nearest window knew my weight. One vault, cool air, Bugrasi spread below. Oil lamps and lies and all the light they sell. The kind of light that builds a trial and calls it grace. The kind that forged the tower and called it wise. The kind that writes a child in gilded frame and asks the woman back as if the years were lies. I don't belong to thrones or drawing room debate. I don't belong to crowns they polish for the crowd. I belong to whoever locked me in that cell, and that's the only debt I'll speak aloud. Who asks a ghost to wear a crown? Who calls it duty, mercy, love, or pain? The same bright light that locked me 5 millennia in is not the light I'll bow to for your reign. Not your crown, not your throne, not your debt to pay. Not the promise that you made her yesterday. I walked out of prison, I walk alone tonight, and the dark receives me without asking who I am. Idiotic, really. Demand I walk back into a world I knew nothing about anymore, as if I owed him for standing beside my mother in a war he won't explain, for the bruise I left for watching while the court did what courts do when dragons honor stay out. I don't know Thomas Emberstone a crown, a throne, or a tear. The The only person I owe anything to is whoever placed me in that prison in the first place. Whoever forged the proof so perfect I'd almost believed my own guilt. Whoever made the black tower stick when no cell in the galaxy was supposed to hold me. That's a debt I'll settle on my terms, not his. I disappeared into the dark. For now, that's enough.